So, welcome. Um, um, yes, today we will be talking about denial or unconscious behavior. And to be honest, it sort of pulled me in my own roller coaster because, of course, I'm thinking about what does it mean for me. How did I overcome denial, or what have I been doing on denial, or in what cases did I denial? And well, it occurred to me that now the food is gone, um, but I'm still, of course, sometimes in denial, and I'm still having moments of unconscious behavior or unconnected behavior. I have, but the food is gone, so the food is not so much my showcase anymore. Before, I knew when the food is wrong, I'm in denial, or I'm unconscious, or I'm living a trigger, or there's something going on because the food is not good. But now my food is sort of always good. So you really, you guys, or whoever is watching, or especially me, myself, by going to make this podcast and making this promise to myself, I found out that I have to learn new ways of finding out my triggers, finding out my denial or my unconscious behavior. And of course, I'm doing this with Reiki. I'm in this master traject of Reiki to become a master. And it's I have a family. I have two small kids, one of almost two, one of four, and I have a husband, of course. And this Reiki traject asks more and more and more time and energy for me, and that's logically because it's my purpose. It's my purpose in life. I cannot deny it. I cannot deny there's no other way of living for me than living, going to be living in the master body. I'm not yet there, and I'm very thankful for that because there's a lot to clean out, to clean up my closet. And this podcast actually helps me as well. It helps you, hopefully, with getting clear how you can overcome your food obsession or any obsession, or how to get a more free and joyous and happy life. But it's helping me as well because I was thinking denial, denial, denial. Did I ever denial that I had a problem with food? No, I always knew I had a problem with food. But did I deny to other people that I had a problem with food? Yes, I did. And did I denial other things? Like, yes, I did. And still do have some denial. And what is denial doing for me? Well, it sort of makes me, in that moment, not feel pain. So that's what I'm going to talk about to you today. And I'm going to try to share some of my insights in denial. And of course, it's all of long term, short term. Um, but I will share my um, small uh, slides as well, so I can share my screen with you guys. So, Freedom from Food Obsession, episode 5, already episode 5. And I'm going to share with you about denial and unconscious behavior. And is there a difference? If you're not conscious of your denial, can you say that you're in denial? Zo, ik ga het hebben over ontkenning en onbewust gedrag. En of je dat wel eigenlijk gescheiden kan zien. Als je niet weet dat je in een ontkenning zit, ja, wat is er dan aan de hand? En ik deelde er net al dat door dit aan te gaan met jullie, deze commitment om deze podcast te maken, kom ik zelf ook in een soort van rollercoaster terecht, omdat ik natuurlijk na ga denken over wat is hier nou precies aan de hand. Heb ik ooit in denial gezeten of niet? Over mijn eetstoornis, over mijn eetverslaving, over mijn onhandigheid met voedsel. Ja en nee, maar ook waar ik achter kwam, dat ik soms nog steeds in denial zit. En dat was wel confronterend. Want voordat ik met het eten begon, had ik het eten als een soort van postcard. Like, het gaat fout met het eten, dus er is iets aan de hand. Ben ik in denial, heb ik onbewust gedrag. Maar nu heb ik het eten niet echt meer. Dus hoe ga ik ontdekken wanneer ik in denial zit? En toen ging ik het hebben over de master. Well, what to expect? We're going into English again, and I maybe have to start deciding which language I'm going to start using. Because Dutch is, of course, a little bit closer to me, but whatever. What to expect from this episode? Well, closer look into denial, of course. Explaining the difference. I just have this very logical difference, but I'm going to get you some little more deeper insight on what I feel denial is or unconscious behavior. So that will be also my own experience. So first, what is denial? What is ontkenning? Well, denial is a coping mechanism that sets in when you don't want to see or feel the truth because it brings out negative emotions or negative feelings. You have two ways of responding into this. It's introverts, so then you fool yourself like, oh no, that's not a problem. That's actually not true. I don't have a problem with that. I just did a little mistake. That's all. Or you do it externally, and then you say to other people, well, no, that's not the truth. Actually, I'm very totally happy with my life. It's totally normal. I'm just eating what I like, and today I like this, and tomorrow I like that. So there's absolutely no problem in me not having this cake today. Um, so it's internal or external, and of course, some of these two mixing together because I have this inner voice as well, like, oh no, that's really not a problem, is it? But sometimes I also have this like feeling like I was in denial about something already for a year. Now, not really in denial. Well, I was in denial because I didn't let it out and I knew that there was a problem in this sort of planning. I had to plan some things with my friends and I had to do that many of times because I'm in this project of Reiki mastery and I'm doing this with two other women and sometimes we have to plan to come together with our master and well it didn't feel good for me already for like a year or two or whatever and I didn't talk about it. I was in denial. I in sort of that it hurt me the way it went because I felt all the time that I needed to fix it, and so that was my system. My sort of maybe also coping mechanism was to fix the things to make sure that I'm flexible. I'm a flexible person, but it also is sort of a coping mechanism because it makes me feel no pain because I can fix everything and I can cancel this, schedule that differently, do this. Otherwise, oh, well, we have this meeting on that day. Oh, that's the only possible day. Oh, I had some plans already. Well, I can postpone them, skip them, cancel them because, of course, this is going first. But that was not the problem. The problem was that I didn't communicate about all the efforts I had to do to make that thing happen. I didn't communicate about, and that made me very angry at the end. So today I had to talk. That was about denial, and of course, when I made this episode, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm totally mm, denying in ontkenning dat het pijn doet. It hurts me. It hurts me. Makes me angry, and maybe it also hurts. And now it also hurts other people that I'm not talking about it. So, but so it can be very sneaky. This denial. It doesn't have to be in the open, like everything is obvious for everybody, but you're still like, no, that's not the truth. No, it can be very sneaky, very under the iceberg. And that's why unconscious behavior and denial are so close. But with denial, you do feel somewhere that it doesn't, it's not right. You feel it's not right and you see it in your food or in your behavior. Like I was escaping and making chaos. My denial now comes out whenever I make chaos. I know I'm doing something either unconsciously or in denial. So you have to find out what shows that I'm in denial. What outer experience in my life is showing me that I'm in denial. And probably you have your food. And probably your food is a mess when you're in denial or when you're working unconsciously. And that's also the happy thing. Now you're listening to this. You're already starting to start conscious actions. So your unconscious behavior gets under the loop. And that makes denial visible, not less painful, but visible. And what are you going to do with this pain? What are you going to do with this feeling of helplessness? What are you going to do? Are you going to stuff it under the food, or are you going to try to work it out and talk about it? And it's kind of messy in the beginning, but we're on this journey. We don't have to be perfect. So white lies, like, are you calling your phone on the phone on your bike? It's prohibited in the Netherlands, and you're of course sometimes I sorry do it. So I call someone and someone saying like, are you on the bike? You feel like it kind of sounds very windy, and I'm like, oh no, of course not. I'm just started walking. Oops, white lie, but of course a little bit denial. So maybe first try to see the fun part of denial, that you're just doing your white lie. Or somebody asks you, hey, what are you eating? And you say like, oh, nothing. I'm eating nothing. It's also a little bit denial, isn't it? So maybe you can just start with the the fun parts or fun, the sort of white, innocent lies when it comes to denial. And when you try to see them, the others will come, the others will appear. And one day the conclusion comes that you have to sort it out. So to make it easy, om het iets makkelijker te maken, begin met de kleine leugentjes die je zelf hoort zeggen en denk, oh shit, dat is al een beetje denial. Weet je, iemand vraagt, wat ben je aan het eten? Ik zeg, hey, niks hoor, ik ben helemaal niks aan het eten. Of je bent aan het bellen op je fiets en aan de andere kant van de lijn zegt, hey, zit je het op de fiets? En je zegt, nee hoor, ik ben gewoon aan het lopen. Dat is al ontkenning. Zo dat kan je misschien een beetje, daarmee kan je het een beetje ontdekken zonder dat je het meteen zo zwaar maakt. Zodat het zwaar beladen wordt. Want het is al zwaar en het is al messy en het is al moeilijk om eerlijk naar jezelf erover te worden. Want ja, we willen allemaal niet het gevoel van falen. Toch? So, so the difference, unconscious behavior. So the difference between unconscious behavior and denial is like unconscious behavior are pattern mechanisms and behaviors act out without knowing why. You're just doing it. Why am I calling on my bike? Why am I doing it actually? It's unconscious behavior actually, or it's like, oh, it's convenient, or I have to be fast, or blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things underneath it. And when you're going to check it out and check your motives and see your behavior, you will find some form of denial. Um, yeah, so, and there's the happy part. You're already, if you started listening just first now, I wanted to say listen to the first two episodes, and that will help you to check your motives and how you can check your motives. And then you're already getting your unconscious behavior more into the consciousness, and then you will also get denial will be revealed. It will be a process. You don't have to work hard to find denial. No, you will be able to see it. You will be going to see it. Very confronting, but very cleaning and very clearing and very refreshing your life if you are going to take the steps into conscious behavior. Because why it is so healing, you mostly are avoiding pain with denial. Nobody wants to feel pain. And that's why we go into denial or unconscious behavior. So we want to avoid pain or we want to deny it or we don't just want to see it. We willen pijn ontkennen, vermijden, niet zien. Maar het blijft ons gedrag wel beïnvloeden, want het is er wel. But it will be an influence on our behavior. The food will be a mess. My life will be chaotic. I will be making my own mess. I will not feel content or I will not be able to connect with myself. Zo, het zal in gedrag naar voren komen dat je in pijn bent, want je voelt je niet lekker in je vel. Er zitten dingen, waarschijnlijk ben je niet echt zo lang met hoe je eet. Heb je veel eetbuien, ben je veel aan het overgeven. Of ben je heel compulsief alles aan het regelen en onder controle aan het houden. You're not happy, you're denying pain. And if we are denying pain, it will be showing in our real life. So where is it showing? And how can we give ourselves more space for truth? For truth on that moment. We'll be growing. Truth is a process. So, if you are daring to get conscious, it will reward you with feeling the pain on a deeper level, and it will reward you with getting um, a more peace in your food, more peace of mind, more peace of living, more easy way of living. So if you're going to take the steps, als je echt gaat werken aan bewust gedrag, je bewust willen worden van hé, waar ben ik dan nog in ontstemming of waar vermijd ik pijn, dan gaat je dat wat opleveren. Het leven gaat jou belonen. Je gaat jezelf belonen met vrij zijn van pijn, vrij zijn van stress, vrij zijn van eetstress. En het zal een pad zijn, maar uiteindelijk zul je ervan bevrijd worden. Eén dag tegelijk. One step at a time. You will be free from food obsession, from any obsession. You will be free if you're doing the work to become conscious where now the pain is hidden. Please let it sink in that you will be free from food obsession if you start to at least have one conscious action in your day. And it might be just one conscious action like, okay, I'm totally powerless over my food today. Please, I need somebody else or something else to help me with this. And let that someone or someone please take it over from me. That can be just your conscious action. And maybe you mess up the whole day, but you started consciously. And you will see that that field of consciousness will grow. If you're willing to get honest with yourself. So this is peanuts if you compare it with the effort it takes to stay in denial. The effort and the energy it takes from you to stay in obsession, and the life it drains out of you if you keep on fighting with food, with life, with relations. Because look carefully, it's not just the food that you have a problem with. Uh-uh. There's more. Please get out of the denial. It's not just food. You use the food for a solution. So het is een peulenschil om bewuste acties te gaan ondernemen, stapje voor stapje, dan in ontkenning te blijven, of in obsessie te blijven, of te blijven vechten met het eten en met het leven. Want het is niet het eten. Er is meer en je gebruikt het eten om dat op te lossen. Als je stapje voor stapje durft te gaan kijken en eerlijk naar jezelf durft te gaan zijn, dan gaat je dat meer opleveren dan als je in obsessie, in ontkenning en in gevecht blijft met jezelf, met eten. So being honest with yourself and with others in the end is easier if you dare to feel your emotions and accept that life is flowing. You feel bad, you feel nice, you feel bad, you feel nice. And in every depth and in every height, there's something you can see that will bring yourself closer to your own honesty. I will not say that it is an easy path, but in the end, it is way more easier than staying in denial and staying in obsession. Dus ik zeg niet dat het eenvoudig is om dit pad te bewandelen, maar uiteindelijk is het veel fijner om het leven op die manier aan te gaan. Veel vervullender. Ja, you're going to thrive. You're going to thrive instead of fight. I promise you, and I want to give you that gift of life. That if you start acting consciously, and just if you start just one trigger on your bottom line, and you try to just, and you're going to like, I'm going to be honest about this one trigger, it will already change your whole life. Yeah, and I want to give you that gift. I want to, well, I cannot give it, but I'm trying to search the word, but I'm not finding it. All my heart, all my being, all my life, is, is wanting you to take it, wanting you to take that gift of life, that you can be free from obsession. So you can be free if you listen to the podcast and you're starting the actions, or if you're going to seek some spiritual aid or some 12-step program. Of course, you cannot do this alone. You can. So I said we already started, because you cannot do this alone, not by yourself, not in the beginning, not ever, not ever. You cannot learn alone, because you have to have this action with life. You have to have to this reaction, this living. Otherwise, there's nothing to conquer, is it? And so you already started with action, probably, and you can find out where you can um, get help, or where you can improve the action, or where you can get a little bit more honest. And that's just by the things that I already shared in the other podcast. Conscious honesty. Why do you do what you do? Why am I in denial? Why do I eat, obsess, or stress? Might I be in denial? Am I discontent? Am I happy? Get honest with yourself. Go write about it, or call a friend, or go to a meeting, or call me, or do a Reiki session, or go and get um, your Reiki first, your first degree of Reiki. I can really support having a 12-step program and Reiki, both, because Reiki is the ultimate spiritual practice and very grounded. If you do the Usui system, traditional, very grounded, very much for you. And 12-step program will help you to share, will help you to get out of denial, will help you to get over all these small steps you have to get over before you're ready for uh, for the next step in spiritual growth. Observe your behavior, write it down, put it in your God's box, start this little prayer. So I shared in the former episode that conscious honesty follows by conscious actions. So what is the behavior that I want to do instead of what I did? Like, I'm opening, okay, I'm sort of feeling pain. It's because I'm in denial. I'm opening the cupboard. I want to eat candy. I want to have a binge. I want to throw up. Okay, that's behavior I didn't want to do. I notice it. I'm getting conscious about it. Oh, this behavior will even hurt me more than maybe getting honest about the denial. Okay, probably I want to call somebody. No, I'm too afraid to call somebody. Okay, I'm too afraid to call. Can I write? Yes, I can write. Can I pray? Yes, I can pray. Oh my God, I'm powerless over this denial. I'm powerless over this action. I'm powerless over wanting to eat, wanting to vomit, wanting to binge. I'm powerless over it. I need a higher power than myself to get over this. Please, God, please, universe, please, angels above me, take this binge, this denial away from me. And then get your pen and your paper, get your telephone, and call someone or write about it. I did not share about God box yet. And that's another conscious action that I can give you. And I didn't share it in any other podcast. And it's a very fun thing of writing, because a God box is just can be any box. I had a sort of box of a light bulb, and that was my God box written on it. And it's a conscious action, and it's the action of letting go, because you write like anything that you want to get out. Like, oh, I want to get rid of this binge, and I want to get rid of this denial, and it's in my way, and it's hurting me, and I'm not getting out of the circle, and I'm, oh God, please help me, or angels, or universe, or oh, I'm powerless. I want to get off it. And then you fold it and you put it in your glove box. And then you have this, you move the action into, you move something better into action. You do the letting go. You move. People say, just let it go and let go. And you're like, yeah, but how? How can I let it go? Well, you can write and put it in your glove box. And you can make this box whatever you want. I call it glove box because that was just the name they gave it, but you can give it any name you want, of course. So all the things that you want or that you want to get rid of, like you're obsessed with a new car or a new friend or a new house, you can also write it down and put it in your God box. Any obsession. Oh, I'm obsessed with chocolate now. You write it down. Oh God, this obsession with chocolate, and the whole day I'm already thinking about chocolate, the chocolate, oh, chocolate. I cannot think about my work because I'm thinking of chocolate. Put it in your God box. Yeah, it helps. It helps to get this letting go action a real action, not something in the air, but you'll make it a real action. I told you the step 3 prayer already. I just said it on the screen because it's a wonderful prayer. It's an excellent prayer to get you out of control. It will get you out of ego. It will get you out of isolation. Like I have to do it all by myself. I'm powerless. I need a power I'm greater than myself. Please, my own spiritual higher power, whatever, take it away from me. I talked a lot. I talked maybe too much. I hope you have found some truth and you have found some um, threads to get in your daily life. In your daily life. Ik heb waarschijnlijk te veel gepraat en te lang, maar ik hoop dat je sommige flarden van mee kan nemen in je hoofd, in je dag, in je week, als een soort van auditief anker om je te helpen om uit compulsief gedrag te komen naar bewust gedrag. Ik gun het je. So, if you need more help, you can always find me on pareluitdezee.nl. If you need more help, you can always reach out for me, pareluitdezee.nl. I can either coach you with give Reiki or explain other things if you have questions about anything. See you the next time. It will be on 6th March and I will be talking about cravings. So start loving yourself and show up. Thank you very much. Okay. Here I am in the live and I hope you can take something with you. See you next time. Okay. It will be on a Thursday then, not on a Friday because I have some Reiki time. Thank you.